new creamer today. This is the one I showed that I just bought. It's good. I wanted the sweet and creamy, but they just had vanilla. I really like the sweet and creamy flavor in most of the creamers, but this is good. It may not be as strong as I'm used to with the International Delights or the Coffee Mate type, but I'm trying to stick to non-dairy, and so I'm trying to give a few of those a try. Breakfast of Champions. This morning I'm doing the crunchy peanut butter bar, the Cliff Bar, a banana, and my coffee. Just a small grocery haul this week. I'm eating a lot of leftovers, so wasn't a lot to buy, but I did buy some fruit yesterday. I bought some peaches and some figs. And I've got in here, I needed creamer, so I'm trying a different type of creamer. We've got this silk almond creamer, we'll see. They didn't have the sweet and creamy, which is what I wanted, but that's okay. And then I've got another packet of ham. So this is the ham steak that I've been using with the cans of beans that I have. I really liked it. It was a good lunch to take to work, so I'm doing it over again. I bought some Laughing Cow cheese to try to use up the salsa and the chicken that I have. I'm going to make some salsa chicken and kind of put it on wraps with some Laughing Cow cheese, so we'll see how that goes. Got some carrots. Oh, I didn't realize I ordered 2 bags. Guess I can steam a bag and eat a bag raw. And I've got sponges. Of course, you need sponges from time to time. So mine were getting old and I've used up all the ones that I had, so I didn't have any to replace. So got sponges. So this is just a small haul today, but that's fine. Like I said, eating a lot of leftovers. I may get out and go get something else, some more food if I need, as I kind of meal prep and clean out the fridge, see what else I need. But this is enough to get started. What are you doing? Are you being sneaky? You found a grocery bag. Her. She thinks she's being sneaky. You're gonna fall. That bag's gonna fall. All right, another crock pot meal. I've made this earlier this year. I made it a few times, but I'm gonna go ahead and make it again. This is gonna be like a chicken salad type of deal. I'm gonna make it with salsa chicken. So to start off, it'll be the chicken breast that I have here. I have 3. Salsa, I'm gonna add a little Tony's for flavor. Then I'm gonna add the ranch dip. This is my last ranch dip packet. So that's another box of ranch dip packets that I'm using up. I'm gonna use my olive oil spray on the pan. So once that cooks, then I'm gonna mix it all up. Gonna shred the chicken and mix it all up, make it like shredded chicken, and then add this Laughing Cow cheese. This is the light version. I'm gonna probably use about half a container. So it'll make it like a chicken salad type of deal, and then I'll serve it on wraps. I do like to serve it with greens of some sort, and I don't have any today, but I can always stop and pick up something on my way to work when I bring it to work tomorrow, like some cucumbers or something to eat along with it. But it will be a wrap type of meal. I'll probably make it to go to work. I'll probably put it in a bowl and shred the wrap and eat it as a bowl type of meal rather than as a wrap, because wraps are just messy to eat at work. But I'm gonna get started on this. Just gonna spray the pan. I don't know why this particular canister is like, it sprays in a straight line rather than an actual spray. But all right, I'm gonna add the chicken. I actually have more than 3, but I'm not gonna put all of them. It's not a very big pan. So we're gonna just fill it up. I'm just gonna leave it at that because I've got another 2 big ones, but I think I'm gonna save those for another type of meal because it's just, my pan's not that big. My slow cooker's not that big. So we'll go ahead and start with that. So we're gonna add, I have half a jar of salsa left. We're gonna go ahead and add that. Now I'm gonna add the ranch packet. add a little Tony's. Always Tony's. So pick up the spice. All right, I'm gonna put the lid on it. And then I'm gonna take it over to the appliance counter where the plug is and plug it in. I'll let it cook 4 or 5 hours until the chicken's cooked through, and then I'm gonna shred it. So I have shredded the chicken. I just shredded it the way you see lots of people do it with the 2-fork method. And I'm gonna put it back in the slow cooker because there's a lot of juice, and I'm gonna let it kind of soak up the juice that's left, and then I'll let it cool and add the cheese. So here it is. I've added it back to the slow cooker, and I'm gonna put the lid on it. I'm gonna turn it to low at this point. Well, I'll leave it on high for a little while and just let the chicken kind of soak up all those juices. And then after an hour or so, I'll check on it and then let it cool. So I've taken the salsa chicken out of the crock pot and I've added it to this bowl, and I'm just gonna add probably about 4 total Laughing Cow cheeses and just see if that makes it creamy. It had a little more liquid than I thought. I probably could have used more chicken, but it's fine. It'll mix in with the Laughing Cow cheese and then it'll become creamy, and next time I may add a little more chicken, but this is how we'll start off. So I've mixed it. It looks different than I remember it from when I made it earlier this year, but it's well combined. The cheese is pretty much blended in. I'm gonna go ahead and let it sit in the fridge overnight. I'm still gonna eat it even though the texture is different. It'll be a little more the consistency I was going for once it sets up in the fridge, but I'm gonna go ahead and do that. And then I'm not gonna use the other 4. I'm gonna save these to use. I have some buffalo sauce that I need to finish up. It's just a little bit left, and I think I'm gonna do a similar meal with the leftover buffalo sauce on wraps with the chicken next week. So stay tuned for that, but I'm gonna set this in the fridge for now and just let it hang out in there overnight, and then we'll see what it looks like tomorrow. I'm just quickly gonna show you what I'm packing for my meals today. I do work a long shift. I work a 10-hour shift, which is great, except that I've got to pack a lot of food because I don't know, I didn't eat breakfast, so one of these will constitute breakfast too. And I may just leave one in the fridge for tomorrow at work if I don't eat both of the meals that I bring. So I'm bringing this. This is my chicken salad that I made. I've got it in there. This is how I bring it to work. I just sort of slice up the tortilla because it's just easier to eat that way with a fork. I find I can just take a bite with the tortilla and some of the chicken salad on there, and it's just easier than wrapping up a wrap that just ends up making a mess and getting everywhere. Got some carrots to go with that. I've got leftover freezer food that I pulled out. This is my chicken Alfredo bake that I filmed a few weeks ago. This is the last serving. I pulled it out of the freezer and let it defrost for a couple of days, and I'm gonna warm that in the microwave. And then for another option, I have rice and beans with the ham steak. So this is what I made as well. So I have a few options, and I may not eat all 3. I didn't eat breakfast. Like I said, I slept in instead. So whatever I don't eat though, I'll just leave in the fridge because I'm going right back to work tomorrow. So we'll see. And these are good options. I like all of them. So I'm excited about my options today. I'm also gonna slice up this peach because it's starting to go soft. It's time to eat them. I've also got some apriums. These are called apriums. They're apricot and plum combination. I get it at Trader Joe's. And some apples. So I got a lot of fruit to finish. So I'll be slicing this up today to bring with me. So I'm just keeping it simple. I'm eating the leftovers from my birthday pasta meal. I went to a nice Italian restaurant with a friend on my birthday. I wasn't feeling super great, so I just got simple pasta with marinara, a little bit of Parmesan cheese on top. But I'm having the rest of it. I actually got 3 meals out of it because I've been eating smaller meals instead of, finishing off what I eat, especially if it's a big meal like a restaurant. So I just wanted to show you guys the current situation. I'm wondering if any of you run into this problem, but anytime I work extra or have like a really busy week, the dishes just pile up. And then I find I'm using more dishes because I'm taking more things to go rather than cooking them at home. So this is what I end up with on my day off. So today was my first day off after a busy week picking up extra shifts, and I had to wash pretty much everything. So there's a few items left in the dish drain. This is what's in the dish drain right now, and then these are the last to be washed. So this combined with this, so I think I've washed almost everything in my house. Not quite, but so a lot of these are to-go meals because I'm packing food, taking it to work. So this is what happens. So I end up washing multiple batches of dishes, and then I transfer them from the drying rack to here to just finish drying, because I just don't want to stand there and dry with a towel. That just takes forever. So they're mostly dry. They've been drying for a few hours, as you can see. Like, this is pretty much dry. Some of these still have little water droplets in it. So I'm gonna let them dry completely, then I'm gonna put them back together and store them away, and then I'll have everything washed. But does anyone else run into this problem where you just end up having to wash everything? Like, I've even washed most of my utensils. I put them back in the drawer at this point, but this is every few weeks I have this situation, and I'm just wondering if anyone else runs into it. So you'll probably see me try some of these soups for the next few weeks, these and other types of soups, because I'm having surgery in a few weeks, and I know I'm gonna need something easy and light in the few days after surgery. So I'm gonna try some of these jarred soups. Normally I only make my own soups. I don't really like to buy soup in a can, but I know I'm not gonna wanna cook, and I know I'm not gonna want just a lot of cleanup, so I'm just gonna stock up on some of these. So I'm hoping to find some that I really like. This is the one that I'm gonna try this week. It's the Rouse Slow Simmered Soup Vegetable Minestrone. I'm assuming it's gonna need a little touch up, so I'm gonna add some Tony's for flavor. And we'll see. If I don't find any that I like, I may just make a soup ahead of time and have it ready to go in pre-prepared containers. But if I can find some that I like, then that'll be convenient for me while I'm recovering. So this week we're gonna try this soup. I'm gonna go ahead and add it to the pot and just turn that on high and then lower it to a simmer. I'm gonna keep the jar too. It's a good little jar. Gonna add a little Tony's. I'm gonna go ahead and turn it on high, bring it up to a quick boil, and then simmer it for a while and give it a taste test. All right, it's come to a little boil. I'm gonna lower it, let it simmer. Here it is, all served up. I'm gonna enjoy this while I watch maybe some Grey's Anatomy or some House or something. But, so this is what it looks like. Lots of veggies and beans. You could probably add more beans if I'll taste it and see, but I could totally see myself adding some more beans, maybe some more veggies, bulk it up a little bit. If you want, you could serve it with bread. I just don't have any right now to heat up, and I'm gonna have a piece of cake later. So this will be enough, plus in a couple of hours while I'm watching TV, I'll have the leftover birthday cake. So this is what I have. I'll let you know how it tastes once I eat it. So Future Bonnie here, just letting you know I did enjoy this soup. For a pre-prepared soup, store-bought, it's really good. I don't normally go for canned soups. I just prefer to make my own, but I definitely would repurchase this. In the future, I might add more veggies. I could definitely see adding more beans, maybe another can of like peas and carrots. You could also add some noodles or eat it with bread on the side, just a little something to bulk it up. But it was good. I would recommend it if you're one to go for canned soups or jarred soups. This is a keeper. So this is what's left of my birthday cake. I've just been eating little bits of it here and there. I'm gonna go ahead and try to finish it tonight. We'll see. I kind of had popped it in the freezer after I ate some of it because I didn't want it to go bad. And this is what I pulled out that's left that was in the freezer. I just took a little bite, so I'm gonna work on that while I watch a little TV. That'll be my treat for the evening, leftover birthday cake.